In this movie, I'm going to show you how to transfer field data from a data collector into an SurveyCAD 2008 drawing. We're going to use Microsurvey Transfer and the Sync Wizard utility. Here you can see I've got an emulator of a data collector. It's running FieldGenius software. I've got my job data here. If I go to the Start button, I can see that's the job that we've got. Something that's important to note is that this job was drawn using an AutoMap file that was based on survey.csv, although it was renamed. When the field crew is finished out in the field doing their job, they need to come in. They need to make sure that they turn off the FieldGenius software on their data collector. They need to connect the data collector to the desktop. And usually just turning the power on the data collector is enough to wake up Microsurvey or Microsoft ActiveSync, which automatically wakes up Microsurvey Transfer. And now you see that the transfer has opened up, and right now it's searching on the data collector to find all the jobs that have been saved. So here you can see the same list that we saw in the project manager. Here you can see the job that we're working on. Each of these folders is a Microsurvey FieldGenius project, but it's also going to find DXF or ASCII or XYZ files, whatever it is that your field software uses, so you're not restricted to using FieldGenius. I'm going to go back and find our Rogers job, which is the one that I want to send over. Over on the left-hand side, we can see the contents of the default download folder right now. There's nothing here. If I look over at the upload folder, you'll see that there's some junk which I could send out to the field later on, but I'm not going to do that. Back to default download. I'll pick on the Rogers job, and it's this simple. I pick on the arrow, and the data starts to transfer. The data's almost finished transferring. As you can see, we're getting the updates in the window here. Okay. So I can see now that Rogers is waiting for us in the default download folder. This is where Sync Wizard's going to look, which we'll see in a minute. You'll also see that the job is still in the data collector. It can be manually deleted later on or overwritten. I don't need to use Microsurvey Transfer anymore, so I'm going to exit. Now you can see that I've already got SurveyCAD 2008 running. I've opened up a blank drawing and I've called it Rogers. Now I'm going to start the process of bringing that field data right into the drawing. To do that, I'll use the FieldGenius Sync Wizard utility. I pick on default download, and you'll see that the Rogers job is ready to go. I'll pick on next. There is a message about the name of the AutoMap file. In this next dialog, you've got various options to look at. Something that's important. Here you've got your default line work settings. So any line work or anything that isn't assigned in the AutoMap file will be written this way. And over here, any line types and so forth. Same thing. If AutoMap doesn't tell you what to do with it, then it's going to be here on the right-hand side. I'll pick on next. I get a little report of what I need to do. Of course, you can go back if you need to make any changes. Then I pick on finish. Here you can see all of the settings that I've got done. Just one thing of note, go to Set Up AutoMap System. It's always important that the AutoMap file that was used in the field is the same as the AutoMap file you're going to use with this drawing. So here I'll set this to the current one. And I'll pick on OK. Very quickly, you saw the points being drawn. We get a little report from the raw file that there were a couple of delete point records. Just something that you need to know about. I'll pick on OK. Now we'll see in our drawing that all of the elevations, descriptions, point numbers, points, and the line work that you saw in the FieldGenius map view have been drawn into the drawing. This file's ready to save now, so I can give it a quick save, and hopefully half of your drafting work has already been done for you.